Have you ever wondered what Africa could achieve if every African nation truly stood together? Imagine a continent where borders do not become barriers, where differences do not turn into division, and where Africans see each other as partners instead of strangers. At a time when tensions surrounding migration and Afrophobic attacks continue making headlines in parts of the continent, a powerful message has come from Zimbabwe. Ambassador Christopher Mutsvangwa is calling on Africans to unite, reject division, and stand together against Afrophobic tendencies. His message has quickly sparked discussion across Southern Africa, with many asking whether Africa can truly overcome the divisions that continue to separate its people. Stay with us, because this is a conversation that affects every African nation.
You like the MT, I give an example. You're operating in Uganda, you're operating in Nigeria, you're operating in Ghana, you're operating in Zambia and Mozambique, and you are being sent by a South African company in your country where you come from. They don't like the other African people. They are Afrophobic, and you are the CEO of that company. You know, how do you feel? You know, you are making your money in all these African jurisdictions. Yet now you are being accused that your home territory where you come from cannot tolerate other Africans. These are not good things from corporate politics, corporate social responsibility, corporate image. But these are our African champions, these companies. These are our champions on the African continent. And our people. Now it can make us be very proud. This is what our presidents, we are lucky to have a man with such institutional memory, covering such a wide span of knowledge about what Africa has achieved in the last 6 to 7 decades. So we want to ride upon that wisdom, and that's what his colleagues in the region are also riding upon in the region. And that's what we also want other races, even those which may have enjoyed privilege, like the Afrikaners, the Jews, the Anglo-Saxons, who are now part of our community. We now want them to say we can build shared societies where prosperity is something which is not identified by race, by creed, by color, or by religion. That's what we want, and that's what our president stands for.
Speaking on the importance of African unity, Ambassador Christopher Mutsvangwa stressed that Africa's future depends not on division but on solidarity. He warned that allowing Africans to turn against one another only weakens the continent and creates opportunities for those who benefit from disunity. According to Mutsvangwa, Africans have always shared deep historical, cultural, and economic ties. Many countries across the continent fought similar struggles for independence and freedom, often supporting one another during difficult periods. Because of that shared history, he believes Africans should continue working together instead of allowing fear, misinformation, or political differences to divide them. His remarks come at a time when discussions about migration and Afrophobic incidents have become increasingly sensitive across parts of Africa. Many families have been affected by these tensions. Workers have worried about their safety. Communities have faced uncertainty. These developments have raised important questions about how African countries can protect both their citizens and the spirit of continental unity. If you're enjoying this report and want more updates on Zimbabwe and African affairs, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We bring you the biggest stories shaping our continent every day. Mutsvangwa's message focused on one central idea: unity. He argued that Africa's greatest strength has always been its people. When Africans cooperate, they can expand trade, strengthen regional security, increase investment, and create more opportunities for future generations. But when divisions grow, everyone loses. He also called on Africans to reject Afrophobic tendencies. Supporters of his remarks say fear and hostility toward fellow Africans undermine the vision of continental cooperation promoted through regional organizations and trade agreements. They argue that challenges such as unemployment, poverty, and economic development cannot be solved by turning Africans against one another. Instead, they believe governments and citizens should work together to address the root causes of migration and economic hardship. Across social media, Mutsvangwa's comments have generated mixed reactions. Many Zimbabweans welcomed his call for unity, saying African countries have a shared responsibility to support one another during difficult times. Others pointed out that every country also has legitimate concerns about managing migration, protecting jobs, and maintaining public services. Political analysts say both realities can exist at the same time. Countries have the right to manage their borders and immigration systems. At the same time, African unity depends on ensuring that differences are handled peacefully and respectfully without hostility toward fellow Africans. That balance remains one of the continent's biggest challenges. Mutsvangwa also emphasized cooperation over confrontation. According to him, Africa will make greater progress when countries strengthen partnerships instead of allowing disagreements to weaken long-standing relationships. Supporters believe stronger regional cooperation could improve trade, infrastructure, education and investment while creating more opportunities for young Africans across the continent. Many observers say the ambassador's message arrives at an important moment. Across Africa, governments continue discussing economic integration, regional development, and expanding trade through initiatives designed to strengthen cooperation between African nations. For many people, those ambitions can only succeed if citizens themselves embrace the idea of unity. Communities also play an important role. Many Africans have relatives, friends, and business partners living in neighboring countries. Families often cross borders for work, education, or marriage. These connections remind people that Africa's history and future remain closely linked. As discussions continue, Mutsvangwa's remarks have become more than a political statement. They have become a reminder that the future of Africa depends not only on governments, but also on ordinary citizens choosing cooperation over conflict. Whether people agree with every aspect of his message or not, one point remains difficult to ignore. Division weakens, unity strengthens. As Africa continues facing economic challenges, migration pressures, and regional security concerns, many believe stronger cooperation will be essential for long-term development. Now, the conversation continues. Can African nations build a future based on greater unity and mutual respect? Can the continent overcome Afrophobic attitudes while addressing legitimate national concerns? Or will division continue slowing Africa's progress? The answers to those questions will shape not only Zimbabwe's future, but the future of the entire continent.